Hello guys, how are you all doing? I haven't been uploading for a while, but I'm back now and I want to talk about the topic of dating after limb lengthening, because that's something that a lot of people in this community who want to get limb lengthening want to do it because their dating life might not be that successful, or they believe that it will be more successful after they will be taller from limb lengthening. So it is something that I've been asked a lot on the comments on my channel, and people who ask me privately if I felt any difference in my dating life or the way girls approach me after limb lengthening, after getting taller. So I want to start with stating some facts. I've been about 5'9.5" before the surgery, so my height was never an issue in dating. If you're above 5'8" and you take care of yourself and you look pretty good, there shouldn't be an issue with your height dating women, at least not the ones that are shorter than you. So I didn't have any issues with that. If you're a 5'9.5", your height is perfectly fine to date any girl, and that shouldn't be an issue because of your height. Like if you get rejected, it's probably not because of your height. So basically I had a lot of success with women before the surgery. It was never an issue for me, my height with women. I have never been called short by a woman. I have never had like rejection because of my height. That was never an issue because 5'9.5" is a great height. But I will tell you the differences that I feel now that I'm about 6 foot tall. So I will start from the dating apps experience. I had a lot of success before that in dating apps because I usually just didn't write my height. I didn't say that I'm like 5'9.5". I just didn't say anything. Girls used to see my pictures. I used to look tall enough for them because they don't really know the difference in heights. If they see someone that looks tall enough for them and look good, they will just swipe him right. So I just didn't say my height. But now I actually state my height on my profile because I feel like 6 foot is actually like some sort of like advantage in dating apps, and it really make a little bit of difference. Like I feel like I have even a bit more matches than usual. Almost any girl that I want on dating apps, I match with. And another thing that I've noticed is that I get a lot of matches with pretty tall girls. That means that any girls who are 5'9" to 5'11" just match with me. I think it's like tall girls just have a limit that if you are a bit taller than them, that's fine. As long as you are a little bit taller than them, they're cool with that. So I just had a lot of matches with girls who are anywhere between 5'9" to 5'11", and I even dated a girl who was 5'11", and it felt pretty good for me to date a girl that used to be taller than me less than a year ago, and now I'm a little bit taller than her. So looking at our height difference in the mirror was a really cool thing for me to see that even that tall of a girl, I'm still a little bit taller than her, which felt amazing. So I will say I do feel a little bit of change in dating apps after stating my height, but again, I didn't have any issues before that, and now maybe it's a little bit more successful. Now let's talk about everyday life. Before the surgery, in the last couple of years, when I go out, I used to usually put the attention on my physique. That means that I usually used to wear tank tops like this or stuff that used to show my muscles, because I felt that this is my strong part of my body. Like not my height was normal, it wasn't an issue, but I wanted something to show off. So I just focused on showing my muscles, my body, and I did it so women will look at me. That means that I would wear stuff that will show my muscles, so women will look up and look at my body. Or I maybe walk without a shirt so they will look at my six-pack and stuff like that. But after the limb lengthening surgery, where I reached my new taller height, I decided to focus on other stuff. Instead of wearing things that are showing my muscles, I just wanted to focus on my height. So I wore things that made me look bigger and really show how tall I am. And now I do see the change, because now I would walk like on the street and a girl will walk past me. Usually the girl will be on her phone, but once she see like the height difference, like she see that her eye level is around like my chest or neck area, she will just lift her head up to look at me. And it's a really cool thing because it didn't happen to me before. Before that, I was just an average normal height, and so no one really looked at me like anything special in terms of height. Like a girl would not lift her head up from the phone just by my height. But once girls see that her eye level is just at a certain height compared to a guy, in the last second that she walks by you, she will just lift her head up to look at this guy, to look who is he. And that's a really cool thing that happens once you reach a certain height. And because when I wear shoes and I walk down the street, I'm about 6'1", and so girls actually lift their head up from the phone to check me out, and it's a really nice experience that I didn't have before the surgery. and that I had to like walk without a shirt for having like girls looking at my body before the surgery. But in general, I want to admit that this surgery was not life-changing for me, because again, I had a decent height and now I'm just having a better height. It will be more of a life-changing for someone who is like 5'7", 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", and get like increased by a couple of inches. It will be life-changing for him, because all of a sudden he will be in the game. The only difference that I have is that I actually able to date girls who are now 5'9" and above, which I didn't like to do before that. I usually didn't like to date girls who are my height or even close to that, but now I actually feel bigger, more manly, and I do enjoy dating those taller girls. When I go on a date with girls who are like anywhere between 5'2" to 5'6", they just tell me that I'm just too tall, like as a compliment. Of course I'm not that tall, but they just tell it to me, and they like to like get up to hug me. They love to compliment my height, and they really get turned on by it. That was it for today, guys. I hope this video lived up to your expectation. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in the next video.